Good morning everyone, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals and I'm going to do Margarete Miller's Collage Weekly Planner Project 2023. I'm going to do assignment number 30, and what bodes well for you guys is that I'm on a bit of a time restraint today. So that means no procrastination on my part. I need to get on and get this done. So I'm going to see how quickly I can actually manage to pull this together. And I'm liking the bits and bobs that I have pulled together for the prompts. As always, I've got my piece of lightweight cardstock here to work on. Details are in the description box if the challenge is new to you. Okay, so the prompts for assignment number 30, for week 30, something that lives in the forest. I've got this little tag here and I'm going to be using that. It has got a little bit of glitter on it, but I'm not too bothered about that. It's also got this to and from on it, and again, I'm not too bothered about that. I might find something to cover that up, or I might just leave it. We'll see how that goes. I've also got some Avril art twine out of my stash, and I thought I might use a little bit of that up in that top corner. Handwriting, I've got this lovely piece of handmade paper and I went to the photocopier and photocopied a document onto it, and do you know, I love how that looks, so I'm going to be using that on my piece as well. A barcode, I've photocopied the barcode off the back of a book. Black and white photo, I've got a photograph of a forest. It's very glossy, but I think that'll be all right, and I'm going to use that. A maths symbol, well, I've got some of those, what are they called, maths flashcards, the big ones, and I photocopied a couple of those because the ones that I've got in my stash are vintage ones, so they are slightly distressed, and the card that they're on is cream, and I wanted a monochromatic assignment today, or collage today. I really enjoyed doing the one last week, which was pretty much monochromatic, and I wanted to do the same this week. So as you can see, I've got two of them. Ideally, I'd like to use this, but I probably won't be able to. I think that's going to be too big. So what I thought I would use would be that one and possibly that one. And we'll see how I get on with that. And the last one, the bonus, instructions. Well, these are the instructions for my thermostat, for my boiler here at home. I just quickly ran those through the photocopier, and I'm going to be using these. I'm not sure how, possibly this bit up here. That might be a step too far to use on my page, but you never know. So this is what I'm going to use on my background. So I'm just going to rip this to size so that it fits inside my border, and hopefully I can get it to align nicely. This edge seems nice and straight, fairly nicely blocked, but my eye seems to say that that is at a slight angle, but we'll see how we go. So I'm going to trim this to size. I'm so sorry everybody, I was busily working away on this thinking that I was recording and it wasn't, so apologies. Right, this is going to be a very quick video for you today, even quicker than I originally planned. Okay, just a quick recap then. I tore away the edges of the handwritten paper or handmade paper, and as I thought, I ended up tearing this away. I'm not sure whether I'm going to like having it up there, and I may well just rip underneath this name or this first line of handwritten text in due course to get rid of that. And if I do that, then I will even it up at the bottom, but I'm just placing my bits at the moment to see if I like how it's all sitting. I trimmed my instructions down by bringing the other portion. I trimmed my instructions down, took away this bit off the top, and there was one of these at the bottom, and I thought it might be fun to try and use that. I could be absolutely nuts trying to do this, and I might decide against it in due course, but I haven't put it in place. I've just trimmed it down to roughly the size I need. So this piece is going off to one side, and I'm just going to check that I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Good. Right, I've got my barcode here, and I did trim this down a little bit because there were some little marks from part of the book cover that were showing on the photocopy. So I've just trimmed those away, and I've made the decision that I'm not going to have my barcode that way, which would be in keeping with the trees. I'm actually going to go with it that way. There is a figure 9 here on the bottom left hand corner. I don't want that showing, so I'm going to align my piece so that that is hidden, and I'm just going to have these numbers at the bottom and a little bit of the barcode peeping out from behind my photograph, so roughly like that. I've made the decision to have the deer aligned with this tree and staggered, so something like that. And I'm absolutely loving the handwritten text behind it. To hide this, I have cut out the equal sign and this square, sorry for reaching over, this square that was on the flashcard, and I'm keeping that to one side because I may well use it. I've trimmed down that equal sign to hide the to and the from there, and I thought I would have it staggered off my little tag there and onto the handwriting and the photograph. So that's where I got to so far, everybody. I can pull that one out a little bit more, so I probably will do that, and I will drop that down so that I can see the bottom where that trunk hits the ground. I'm liking that, which gives me a lot more of this showing. Now it gets me wondering whether or not this would look better over the top, and no, I don't like it. So I'm going to tuck that back in there like that, and I'm actually going to bring this back up because I don't want too much of that showing. I'm happy with that layout. I'm just going to put a piece of paper across the top there to see. Yeah, I'm definitely going to rip that portion away and keep it as a fairly small collage. Actually, where's another piece of paper so that I can show you roughly what it's going to look like. So it's going to look something like that on my page. Right, I'm happy with that, and what I want to do now is I want to get this in, but I'm going to do that ripping first and get rid of that piece at the top and a little bit more at the bottom. I'll reposition all this and then I'll come back. I've trimmed off the top and the bottom. Unfortunately, I didn't rip the bottom very evenly. I had to go in with my guillotine and then the Tim Holtz Distress tool to roughen up the edge at the bottom. So we're looking like that at the moment. I know it's not evenly situated on here. It's needs to be down a little bit more. But what I thought I would do now is have a quick look and see if I can cut this out and maybe change this equal signs for a plus sign. I thought that might be quite nice to do. Just wanted to see if I liked having the cross in there better, and I think I do actually. Yeah, I think I like that better. Let me just audition the equal sign again. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, right, okay. I think I'm going to stick with that, having seen it again. And now I want to try and utilise this. So I'm just going to lift that out because I don't need to have that in place. And I just thought I would see what this looks like. Might be way too quirky for me, but I will have a look and see. What I thought I would try and do is get those numbers in up here and the barcode just peeping out here. Okay, so I'm going to trim away along there and hopefully along the top of those numbers. If this doesn't work, I'll just use that portion, but I just want to see how it goes and see if I can live with it. So I'm going to just very carefully trim that away, save that, and I'm going to trim this away a little bit more, like that. I can always trim this down, and I probably will trim that down. thinking of trying to get those lines in there. Just want to see how much barcode is showing to get that in there like that, and that in there like that. Actually, yeah, I can do it. Wasn't sure that it would all fit, so let's have a go placing it on here to see if I can still get some nice text showing, and I can move it over a bit more. Do I like that line showing? I'm going to move it so that the line isn't showing. As I say, I'm going to trim away part of this so that there's no white bit down the side there. I'm just going to get rid of those lines a little bit more. It's a little bit quirky. The reason I'm going to go with that is because if I put more text in there, that it will fight with this lovely piece of paper that I've got behind, this lovely handwriting that I've got behind. So I'm going to go with that. And as I say, I'm just wondering whether to cut this instruction piece down there and get rid of those numbers. So I'm just going to put a piece of paper in there to see if I can get a feel for what it looks like. We've got a lot of the handwriting showing down here, and if I take that portion away, it will stagger that edge up there. It will also reveal a lot of the handwriting. So I think that's what I need to do. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind this barcode here. So I'm just going to cut away this portion down here, lining the top of my photograph up with top of the barcode. Good margin of text all the way around. So I've got 2 lines here, 2 lines at the top. I am wondering whether to trim away my sides a little bit more, so I think I will. Just thinking it would be so nice to back this with some black cardstock like I did with last week's assignment. I'm going to put some glue behind this main portion here and commit to popping it down onto the handwritten paper. Just now need to decide whether to put this Avril twine in. It will give a bit of interest in the centre, and hopefully with this all being black and white, your eye will go to that string in, or this Avril twine in the centre. So I'm going to get a couple of strands of this. Now I'd like to tie a bow, but this stuff is terrible for tying bows, but I'll give it a go and see how I get on. Just going to put a dab of glue on that bow to hold it. Not so sure about the bow on here now that I've put it on. I think I might trim these. And I'm just going to go in now and glue that in place. And finally my math symbol, which I was going to have like that. And that's ready to go on there. Now what I thought I would like to do is, it's a shame that I haven't got a little black border like that all the way round. And what I think I will do is put some black card behind this, same as I did with last week's. I know it's not part of the prompt, but this is just disappearing on the page, and I think if I go in with some black, maybe if I put this behind, you can see, I think it would just help to make it pop a little bit better. So I'm going to go away and do that. So here we go, everybody. This is my finished piece, and I have to say I'm thrilled with it. I really like it. Very, very simple, but I like how it came together. So perhaps I should do more of these where I'm under a time constraint. So quickly to go through the prompts: something that lives in a forest. Well, I've got this lovely deer here. Handwriting, I've got this document in the background here. A barcode down the side there. A black and white photo, well that's my photo of a forest. A math symbol, well I dispensed with the plus sign and went with the equals. I thought that worked better. And bonus was instructions, so I used the thermostat instructions from my boiler, and I've just used it in the back there, and you can see all the numbers peeping out. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Sorry I've got to dash, but photos at the end. Take care and happy crafting. Bye bye.